Hey everybody, this is Nina with Budget Yarn Reviews for the final softness ranking in the Ultimate Acrylic Yarn Comparison. I am going to be showing you all of the yarn swatches again in order of least soft to softest after they've been washed. All of these swatches have been through at least 10 washes now. A few of these have gone through a little bit more. So this isn't going to be a ranking based off of, what softens up immediately after washing, but that will eventually with a few washes. So let me just start. Over on this side is the least soft. Karen 1 pound. It's kind of always been here on the least soft end of the spectrum. And compared to a lot of these other yarns, it just hasn't changed much. Next is Loops and Threads Impeccable. This yarn is stiff, and it's gotten a little less stiff, a little more soft, but it's still, compared to everything else, much stiffer and rougher. This right here, number 3, is Knit Picks Brava. This is the yarn that I have found to be a little prickly throughout this process. It's lost the prickle, or at least most of it. And because it's a finer gauge, it can be a little hard to compare softness to some of these other yarns. But because softness basically, as I continue to rank these with my husband, this is not solely done by me. It's also done by a man who knows nothing about yarn. So this'll give you an idea how it'll feel to, gift recipients, things like that, who know nothing about your craft. There's lots of different softness factors. There's like the softness of the fiber itself, which is part of what will, catch on skin. There's softness based off of, the stitch density, and then how well it slides against your skin because of that. So the way we kind of ranked them, because we argue about it a lot, is kind of a good midpoint. And maybe I should have started the video introducing it that way. But so keep that in mind as we're going through all these. Fourth, Big Twist Value. This is definitely softer than these previous ones, but it's still a big difference from where we're going. This is the Paint Box Simply Aran. This one has a smoother overall stitch feel, more of a silkier feel. But you can still, I always like to compare with the purl stitches. It's easy to, feel smoothness on a knit stitch, but on the purl side is usually where you can catch some of the subtle hints as to how rough it's going to be, especially like for a wearable. So that's another factor we've taken into consideration. This right here is Red Heart Soft. Already starting to get much, much softer. This here is Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. And this was the point where my husband was finally like, okay, yeah, we're finally starting to get soft yarns here. Next up, this is Lion Brand Basic Stitch Premium. Not the anti-pilling, but the premium. This definitely feels very soft. We're starting to get to the point where I would use any of these for gift knits and everything, knowing that it'll be, comfortable for the wearer. This is Stylecraft Special Decay. And then we have Karen Simply Soft. And this one is one of my favorites. This is the Willow Yarns Wash. And I may have mentioned in a few previous videos, this is the Willow Wash that is made in Turkey. Apparently there's some that's made in China that I have yet to evaluate. This is King Cole Cherished Decay. Very soft. The German yarn, Schachmeyer Soft and Easy. Lion Brand Jeans. way up here towards the end. This is a really nice yarn. One of the reasons why it's so soft is the S ply. This one, this is Cascade Yarn's North Shore, and this one was really hard to, place at the very beginning of the process, and we ranked it a lot lower, but after washing, this gets really soft and silky and beautiful. It's a little hard to work with from the get-go because it feels like cotton and everything, but the way it washes up is amazing. Alright, this is the other Lion Brand Basic Stitch yarn. This is the anti-pilling yarn. Very nice, soft, smooth. Alright, we're in the top 3 now. This here is the new from Joann Casey Smooth yarn. This one's been washed a lot more than the other ones because I swatched it months ago now. But this one's way up here. And the top 2, Loops and Threads Joy DK. This one has been at the top of the list for most of this process, as has number 1, Premier Yarns Anti-Pilling Everyday. So there you have it. If you're looking for a really soft yarn for gift knitting that is going to wear well and everything, after 10 washes, I would personally be looking at these yarns here. So that's Premier Everyday, Anti-Pilling, Loops and Threads Joy DK, Joann's Casey Smooth, Lion Brand's Basic Stitch Premium. Or no, this one's the anti-pilling, sorry. This one's the premium. Cascade Yarns North Shore, Lion Brand Jeans, Shashamire Soft and Easy, Stylecraft Special DK, Karen Simply Soft, King Cole Cherish DK, and Willow Wash. If softness isn't a factor, because it's, for a home item or something, these other yarns, Loops and Threads Impeccable, Karen 1 Pound, Knit Picks Brava, Big Twist Value, Red Heart Soft, Paint Box, Simply Iran, and Hobby Lobby's I Love This Yarn. That's how I would divide them up for myself if I were planning on purchasing more of these yarns in the future. So if there's any questions on how soft any of these are, how durable any of these are, we're getting to the end of the yarn comparison. So start adding your comments on YouTube and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching. Hey everybody, quick amendment. I totally forgot to include Bernat Softy Chunky in my ranking. Part of the reason being that it's really hard to compare with all these other yarns because it is so thick and chunky. You can feel every stitch, so it's harder to rank, the smoothness against your skin and things like that. Overall, the fiber itself is pretty soft, but you're not going to get, this silky smooth feel against your skin the way you will with a finer gauge yarn like this guy. So I think what will end up happening is that eventually I will do a chunky yarn comparison to kind of better compare it apples to apples, because it's pretty hard to slip in with these other swatches. So I'm doing them a bit of a disservice trying to include them in this comparison, but I really thought that it was the best Bernat yarn to include. Anyway, wanted to share that. Sorry for the oversight. Thanks for watching.